darkness.
Nah, yo, look towards the light.
Yo, what is that?
It's a supernova.
Nah, man, that's a black hole.
Yo, it's.
I leap over lies in a single pound.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Golden State does so many things well. Obviously, the offensive side of the ball, they're tremendous. But a lot of folks, Kenny, don't realize how good they are defensively, and statistically, they were the best in the league last year.
You know, Ernie, when you have multiple players on the all-defensive team, you have Andrew Bogut, you got Draymond Green, guys who are lockdown defenders, you are going to be a great defensive team. And they've held their best.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. The fans are making noise here inside the Oracle Arena for their Warriors. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Now here is Bogut, down to 5 on the shot clock. Deflects the pass. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And so here's Cleveland. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. Barnes, and that's going to be a treble. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Now here's Irving. Love with the screen on Curry. Irving double team. Here's Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Love's got his first points of the game.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Thompson against Smith, and stolen by Irving. It's stolen by Curry, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
They're losing their concentration here, guys. Some sloppy play going on right now.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in a row, and that's always a recipe for disaster.
Now here's LeBron. Inside, here's Love. Soft touch off the glass. Love's got his second bucket.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
That'll be a 5-second call. Smith kicks to Irving. Irving double team. Shot from 12. And it's Smith missing. And it's the Warriors' ball. Looking for the first basket of the game. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way. And that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State.
And you can tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Pass to Bogut to end the run, and the officials call a traveling violation.
And they hand it over again.
And this is getting out of hand. I mean, you can't give the basketball away that often and hope to win.
Irving against Curry, and so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. Both good from the line that time. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Now, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence, Clark, his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
Warriors trail by 10 to the right side. Here's Spates, and that's going to be a travel.
Cavaliers ball.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
So he gets them both.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
A big disparity in the free throws, and that's been a big boost to their offense.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this time out here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to be in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Steph Curry. Green left side, and stolen by Love. And an intentional foul right there. The Cavaliers have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Shooting for Golden State, Kyrie Irving.
And he knocks down the first one. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Golden State. And Cleveland also making a change. Shumpert's checked in.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
And Cleveland making a change here. Mozgov's checked in. Shumpert up top, covered by Barbosa. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And Shumpert kicks to James. Mozgov sets a screen for LeBron. Over to the left wing. Fry passes to Dellavedova. 6 on the shot clock, and he commits the intentional foul.
And you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher too. He's so creative and crafty, terrific at the rim with both hands.
And he sinks the second.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
1:58 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Dellavedova, connects on the 17-footer.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Now here's LeBron. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Shumpert gets a wide open look, and a miss there on the triple. Warriors trail by 20. Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
He told me he's a fan of Andre Iguodala, especially the way he's developed his outside shot. He said that was one weakness. He could do everything else, pass, handle, and finish. And boy, what a defender. But now that he's developed that jump shot, there are really no weaknesses in his game. Guys, that makes it awfully tough to deal with a guy who can impact the game in that many ways. Back to you.
All right, Doris. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors.